Good afternoon, Falcons. My name is Dr. Dominguez, and I'd like to welcome you to our afternoon coffee with the admin team. This afternoon, we have our executive director, Mr. Rosario Villarreal. We also have our STEM principal, Dr. Angelica Slayman, and myself, Dr. Dominguez. This afternoon, we will be going over several upcoming events. We'll also discuss new COVID-19 updates, specifically the numbers, and then we'll end with a couple of reminders and words from Mr. Villarreal. So as you can see on our agenda, we have three main areas or three main topics that we'll be covering. And our first topic is going to be a quick update on our COVID-19 numbers. So what you'll see on the next slide is over the last 11 weeks, we have been monitoring our COVID numbers and our mitigation and protocols very, very intently. And again, I would like to give a huge shout out to our teachers and our health office and our custodians for really working together as a team to really stop the spread of COVID. And the data shows, over the last couple of weeks, you have seen certainly a fluctuation, but one thing that we are proud of is that we have not had any spread of COVID. And what I mean by that is if there is an individual in a classroom that has tested positive for COVID, we're very quick to move that individual out of the room, and over the next couple of days, certainly close contacts are tested, and what we have seen, the pattern is that individuals come back negative. So what that means is our protocols are working, the cleaning is working, and definitely the close contacts of identifying close contacts and making sure that they are tested is working as well. So huge shout out to our teams, and we will continue to be vigilant and also continue to monitor all of the new updates and processes as they come from the state and the county. And so with that, we're going to take a little bit of, we're going to make a quick transition here to something a little more lighthearted than COVID-19. And so we are proud to announce that our Feaster musicals are back. It has been almost 2 years since we have had a musical. Our VAPA Academy has been unable to put on musicals because of COVID-19. And so we are proud to say that our 2021-2022 Feaster musical is going to be Madagascar. And so if we have any actresses, actors, or any singers out there or dancers, we highly encourage you to audition. This year, our play is going to be led by our dance teacher, Mrs. Casey Vianney, and our music teacher, Miss Grace Husher. And so they're already in the planning phases of rolling out the musical. Typically we have our musical in the spring, right before spring break. This year it will be delayed and it will be performed at the end of the school year, closer to the last day. So that'll give us 2 full quarters to practice, get our kiddos ready for the stage and get our costumes ready. And so for those of you that are interested, November 29th through December 3rd, we're going to be hosting audition workshops during club times, which would be 3:15 to 3:45. December 6th through the 10th, we'll have auditions during electives and club time. And December 13th through the 16th, we'll continue with the auditions during electives and club time, with the cast posting December 17th. So right before we head off to winter break, we'll know exactly who our stars are for the play and who will be in our choir and supporting actors and actresses. So I want to certainly reassure or assure that all safety protocols will be taken into consideration and implemented during practices and during the final performance of the play. And we feel confident that, with sports being up and running, that we can also bring back our plays in a safe manner. So we look forward to your interest, and we're very excited to see our students back on the stage again. Okay. And with that, we also have another fun event coming as well. We have Dia de los Muertos coming up. We have Mr. Samaniego, our 4th grade DI teacher, who created a little video to share with our families, giving some background and also what the DI program is organizing to celebrate the event.
Hello, this is Mr. Samaniego here from the Feaster DI program, and I'm here to invite you to join us in our Day of the Dead celebration. Either you have already received or you will receive a paper that looks like this with instructions and how you can join us in this celebration. The Day of the Dead, every year Feaster builds an altar during the Day of the Dead, and this is when we have pictures of our deceased loved ones in an altar with flowers and candy, decorations, and you're also invited, our students are invited to bring photographs or family members that have passed away. There are some instructions to please follow if we're gonna bring some photographs. Number 1, please put the name of the student behind the photograph, the name of your child behind the photograph. Number 2, please put the name of the teacher behind the photograph as well. And number 3, let's put the classroom number behind the photograph. This helps us when we receive those photographs that they go to the right classrooms and to the right people. This is going to help us smooth the transition of getting those photographs and giving them back. We are also accepting donations of what's called the Pan de Muertos, that is a Day of the Dead bread. You can get this at any store. Please, if you're gonna donate this, please wrap it up in tight plastic, very tight plastic. We're gonna have the altar up for 2 weeks, so in order we don't have any bugs or anything, please wrap it in tight plastic. Also, if you want to donate sugar skulls, you could also please wrap those in plastic as well. And also, if you would like to donate marigold flowers, any donation will greatly appreciate it here from the DI program. Any of these donations. Okay. In the day of that Tuesday, November 2nd, the Day of the Dead, our students are invited to paint their faces in the Catherine or Katrina style, as you can see in the picture right here. Everyone's invited to paint their faces. Again, thank you so much from here at Feaster, from the DI program. Thank you, parents, for always supporting our school, and thank you for collaborating with us. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.
Okay, so that was just a quick video from Mr. Samaniego promoting Dia de los Muertos. We certainly invite everyone to participate and certainly bring in your photos. Those photos will be returned, and on November 2nd, you're welcome to also participate as well. So that is actually leading up to, it concludes our festivities of Red Ribbon Week. And so the week prior to Dia de los Muertos, we have our annual Red Ribbon Week, which is a week in which where we promote healthy living and healthy lifestyles and a drug-free environment. And so October 25th through the 29th, we have our Spirit Days. October 25th, we are going to say no to drugs by either having crazy socks or crazy hair. On October 26th, it's lay off drugs by wearing Hawaiian clothing and or a lei. October 27th, we're going to say no to drugs by saying we're too bright for drugs, and we're going to wear neon clothes and or sunglasses. October 28th, Thursday, it'll be a follow your dreams, don't do drugs. So students may wear their pajamas, but no slippers. We need closed-toed shoes and safe shoes. And then we'll conclude our Red Ribbon Week on Friday, October 29th by saying boo to drugs, where students can wear their costumes for the literature parade that we'll have. So lots of fun activities coming up this month, and we have actually a couple of more events that Dr. Slayman will be sharing.
Hi, good afternoon, parents, community members. Muy buenas tardes. Gracias por estar con nosotros. I wanted to just go over a couple of events that are actually happening this week. And so the first event is actually on tomorrow. We do have a special board meeting that will be held online at 4:30. So we welcome everybody to come in and join. You will see the Zoom link there, the QR code to be able to access the Zoom presentation. Also, we are this week, we are participating in the California Great Shakeout. California Great Shakeout is just an earthquake drill that we have across campus, and it's not just K through 12 schools that are participating, but we also have several universities as well as just different organizations that are participating on this day. This is going to be our first earthquake drill here on campus, and it's going to be held at exactly 10:21. And so we do encourage, if you haven't come up with a plan at home, we know that earthquakes can happen anywhere at any time. And so we do encourage all of you to look at just the resources that are on the Great Shakeout website, including this very short video that you can go over with your students on how to drop, cover, and make sure that you are protected. So we'll go ahead and play this 1-minute video, just a great reminder of what to do during an earthquake.
Great Shakeout earthquake drills remind you to drop, cover, and hold on to protect yourself during an earthquake in most situations. Let's practice what to do if a sturdy desk or table is nearby. When you feel shaking, immediately drop down onto your hands and knees. An earthquake is less likely to knock you over in this position, and you're a smaller target for anything falling or flying. Then, cover your head with your arms. Clasp your hands around your neck, bend over to protect your vital organs. If you can move safely and a sturdy desk or table is nearby, keep one arm over your head as you crawl to additional shelter. Finally, hold on by gripping a table leg or other part of your shelter. Continue protecting your head and neck with your other arm. Remain on your knees and bent over, ready to move with your shelter when it shifts during the shaking. Close your eyes and mouth to protect against dust and debris. Remain in this position until the shaking stops. After the shaking is over, wait a moment and check all around and above you before getting up or leaving your shelter. Register at shakeout.org to practice earthquake safety with millions of people worldwide.
All right, so just a quick video of what we go through here on campus and what we show every single one of our students, and just how to be safe here at school using either their desk or their table around them. So just a great reminder of what we'll be practicing this upcoming Thursday, the 21st. With that, we have a couple more other reminders. So Dr. Dominguez alluded to this earlier. We do have our literature parade, or our Desfile de Literatura, which is taking place next Friday, October 29th. And so we're encouraging every single one of our students to come dressed as their favorite book character and walk in our literature parade. While unfortunately at this time, parents will not be allowed on campus, we will ensure to make sure that we film or record the video so that you can catch our students going through on their literature parade. And so you have the times there for you. Again, we'll be posting this online so that you're able to see the fun and the festivities that our students are having here on campus. And as a final reminder, before I turn it over to Mr. Villarreal, is just our uniform policy. So parents, we really do need your support with making sure that all of our students are following our uniform policy. And it's really the purpose of us having uniforms is to provide a safe and orderly environment for our students so that students are dressed in uniform at all times, even when on a field trip. And so for elementary school students, it is for TK through 6th grade, we have a solid navy blue, white, or red top, including a polo shirt, t-shirt, blouse, or sweatshirt. School t-shirts are obviously allowed as part of the uniform. For bottoms, we do have navy blue trousers, skirts, skirts, pants, or sweatpants that students can use. And just as a friendly reminder, we do ask that please leggings or jeggings and jeans are not allowed on campus. If you could please make sure, again, that students are wearing either trousers, skirts, skirts, pants, or sweatpants. With middle school, we have made slight adjustment to our middle school uniform policy. And so in the past, our students were allowed to wear a gray top. We are just holding our gray tops just exclusively for physical education. And so we please parents make sure that your students do have a fresh pair of clothes packed with them, especially on their PE days. We want to make sure that just for hygiene purposes, that our students just have a fresh change of clothes to be able to switch into. And so for our middle school students, our 7th and 8th graders, they can select either between a black or a burgundy top. And in terms of their bottoms, they can use a solid a solid khaki or black trousers, skirts, or shorts. And so for PE, they are allowed to wear, obviously, their black. I know sometimes we have athletic leggings. Those are acceptable to wear. We just similar to elementary kids, we ask, again, no jeans, even if they are black. We please no jeans allowed as part of our uniform, and then also no leggings as should be worn. So again, thank you so much for your help in making sure that you send your students to campus with their appropriate uniform. And with that, I'll go ahead and turn it to Mr. Villarreal, who has just some closing comments and reminders for us.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for those of you that were able to join us and those of you that are going to be seeing this recording at your convenience. Again, we are here to, serve, to listen, and to collaborate. And as you can see by the announcements right before, we are slowly getting back into some normal routines and opportunities for our students. And we are so excited for that. And for that, we thank you, the parents, for really being cooperative partners in all of this. This has been quite a journey, this year, bringing students back and working on ensuring that everyone is going to have access to the learning and the social emotional needs and all of these activities that are also learning activities like the theater and Dia de los Muertos and the red ribbon activities. Those are all learning activities, understand that. And we're only able to do those because everyone is following COVID protocols. Thank you, and I applaud everyone for really helping us with that. If we can go on to the next slide, please. One very important topic that I want to discuss here, Ingress and Egress, or some of you may know it as drop-off and pickup. This is very important. In the morning when you're dropping off kids, they're coming in ready for school. Do your very, very best, parents, to try and get your kids to school on time. Many of our students come very anxious when they're late. They don't want to be late to class. And we understand that sometimes it's not your fault because there's traffic or many other things going on in the morning, but we appreciate those of you that are doing your very best to get your kids to school on time. Remember, we close our gate at 8:15, and anyone coming in after 8:15 is considered tardy. And also pickup or egress in the afternoon. I ask you to please understand that safety of students, your children, is our priority. I have some pictures here. You may or may not able to see all the traffic and vehicles that come through, Flower Street here at the front of the school, but we have hundreds of cars coming through every day to pick up kids. And really, it's about a 10 to 15 minute, maybe 20-minute episode. And after those 15 minutes, all the traffic is cleared. What we ask you to do is please follow all traffic laws. You all have driver's license and you all know what those laws are, but I'll remind you of a couple. No double parking, please, and no double parking, and do not let kids off your car in the street. We have noon duties that help with that. Please do not block any exits, including driveways of our neighbors. They need to, be able to exit their homes at any point in time. And we also need to make sure we're not blocking any school exits or entrance into our parking lots as well. And also no parking on red, please. We know that sometimes you're in a hurry. There's an open spot, but it's red. We remind you to please not park there because then others think that they can do it as well. One last thing, you see our noon duties out there wearing the yellow vests. these ladies and myself, sometimes I'm out there, we do our very best. Please be courteous, not just to the noon duties, but as well as to other parents. We don't want our students to see anything that we do not want to model for them. Just like we as teachers and administrators, we model, or we try to model the best behavior for our kids. We ask the same of you parents. We thank you for your cooperation and understand again that everything that we do here is for the safety of your children so that they can be focused on the learning. Thank you again for listening. If we can go on to the last slide, please. We want to thank you for joining us today. Any last words from Dr. Slyman or Dr. Dominguez? If not, parents, thank you for joining us again, and we hope to see you tomorrow at the board meeting and at some of our coming events that we will have where parents will be invited. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.